Hello. There are many days ahead of us. There will always be tomorrow to look forward to. How will you spend these days? I have a lot of days left. I'm at the beginning of the precipice of my life, and there's only big changes ahead. And you have to think about how you want to live. Do you want to live a life of avoidance, of always seeing the problems that you have and running away, trying to get your next fix, trying to find something, trying to find your reprieve? Or will you live the easy life, not avoiding your problems, doing what you can, doing what you will do, doing as you must, doing what is required? Or will you live a difficult life? One where you do the things that people don't find easy, that the culture deems to be difficult. For good reason, presumably. Will you make a difference? Or will you just let your life pass you by? In moments of hardship, will you struggle to find your way? Not the way given to you, and not the easiest way, but your way. The way that you choose to live, the way you want to live, not a way that's served to you. Will you choose to consider, to think, to thoroughly ideate what way it is that your future will be? Will you choose what's right? Will you decide, even if you did anything at all, would you make a difference? Will you decide whether or not to look at the glass half full or half empty, or to simply look at it as some water, as simply what it is? Any of these choices can lead you to what I would consider a good life, that being the one you choose, the difficult life. And there are a lot of reasons to choose a life that is easy, to choose one served to you, because it's already thought out. There's no mystery. There's no ambiguity. There is no unknown. There is, for better or worse, certainty in it. And we are creatures that must avoid uncertainty because, well, it might lead to your demise. But nowadays, we have a lot of time, much more time than our ancestors, and much more safety nets. We're not going to starve. We're not going to die of thirst. We're not going to get eaten by a beast. We have society. And we choose our role in that. Whatever role we decide we deserve. You can think of it as that one really sad movie. I can't recall it, but it's something about being a wallflower, if that helps. Perhaps The Perks of It. And so the decisions that we figure are ours to make we get to choose. And so once we decide on what we will become, it can be a little difficult to change that, unless it is difficult. We are predisposed to the easy things in life. Just do what the other guy does. Unfortunately, you are not the other guy. And the life that you live is one entirely of your making. The choices you make are completely irrelevant. Well, maybe not absolutely completely, but are quite not the other person's choice. It is your choice to make. And whether you choose to overindulge in life is not a matter of self-control or willpower or blame or belief. It is a matter of preparation. If you prepare yourself and prepare your environment to help you instead of hinder you, you will find success. If you find the people that motivate you to do the things you love, the things that you choose to do, that you want to do, those are the people you need to keep. Sometimes, unfortunately, though, we do not have people, and we only have ourselves, exclusively ourselves, to rely on. And from here, you can either search for those people, but that is quite difficult as, the things that we search for are often hardest to find when in chase. And so they will come and go naturally, and your will to find it is mostly irrelevant. But what we do have is the ability to prepare ourselves. You know yourself better than anyone else, I presume. And you also know some simple facts that the way you start your day is the way your day typically goes. At least I find that to be truth for me. And so, I went on a little journey, you could say. And yesterday was the first day, and today is the second. And the first day was great, and the second day was less than. And this is because of preparation. The first day, I was prepared. I had the right mindset going into it, and I did the things that I needed to do in order to succeed. That was setting some rules for myself. No phone. Phone bad, yes. And allow yourself to be bored. From boredom, we find great things. You'll never find great things from scrolling through your phone. You'll only find mediocre things that come from other people. But boredom allows us to attune with ourselves and find our revelations, to find the truth for us and not be fed the truth of others. And so yesterday, I found my truth, and I began creating, and it was good. And then today rolled around, and my preparations dissolved, and my mindset was less than adequate, and I was left with a day of consuming, overindulging in many facets of life. And it left me with, nothing. A brain mostly full of garbage and nothing created. I'm a creator. I make things, not in the sense of YouTube, but in the sense of my identity. I want to make. And so, the life that I desire is one of a maker. It doesn't matter what I create, whether it's product or people, I just want to make change. And oftentimes with art, it must come from yourself. It always must come from yourself. And so I had no revelations today. I had no boredom. I had no time to myself. I scrolled, I watched, I ate, I slept. I did nothing. And this is not the way that I want to live. So I must prepare. Things must be changed in order to make the life that I want to live. And so finding that is going to be my goal. Because things are impossible until they are done. And if you find yourself thinking that self-control is an impossibility, first you must do it. And in order to do that, it requires methodical preparation or inspiration. You can find inspiration. Inspiration is out there. We never look for it, though. And that's unfortunate, but a simple fact of life. Once you find that inspiration, things become easier. Whether it's from yourself, from the people around you, or just some third thing, it's whatever you make it. It is your own creation, after all. Only you can be inspired by you, if you let yourself be inspired. And it's time for me to find my inspiration, or to make my inspiration, as I am a maker of things. And then prepare. Whether this means planning things out, or simply taking preventative measures, or both, I must prepare, and I must find my inspiration. And thankfully, those are pretty easy to do once you get going. Once you set your mind to something, you can achieve it. It's going to be difficult. I've set my mind to be someone who makes things, who makes great change. There are people of the past who've made great change, and I think I can be like them. But I can only be me. So I will do what I can as me to make this change. Anyways, toodles.